must say that I have never met a hacker on the flesh. I heard about you.
We exist, we are real.
Yeah, should companies pay ransomware? What is your take?
So I run a small company called Agger Labs, and we're on the forefront of stopping ransomware. And my background is offensive security, so I spent years trying to stop the hackers. And the question is, should we pay or should you pay ransom if you get hit by a ransomware gang? And the long and the short answer is it depends. So in the UK at least, it's not illegal to pay ransom. The thing is, if you do pay, you're essentially funding cybercrime. So you're encouraging those hackers to continue that line of work. I could give you a few pieces of advice, but the one top tip I would say, use a password manager, and in that line of thinking, have a different password for all of your accounts. So what hackers like to do, they'll break in some way, or there's a data breach and your password gets leaked. If you use that same password in lots of different places, that can be a real problem.
Oh, that's a good advice. And then my last question will be, what do you see as a cyber security professional?
So hackers love to profile your organization or you as an individual, understand your habits and what you do and whatnot. And we almost give away far too much information voluntarily these days. You're on Facebook and LinkedIn, and we are probably on LinkedIn giving away information.
I think a year ago, I was listening to one of those hackers that now become good. And they were saying that one of the reasons he stopped is because he was seeing he had to go to the courts in the UK, and then he really at that point realized all the harm that he did because he was brought to justice. But he made a really good point, and he said, but now you have hackers in every other part of the world, which they don't get to court because they're not bound. And then how will they stop? Because if he had been in a different position, maybe they hadn't stopped, because you sometimes need to see that the faces of the people that and the money you're stealing, all of that. What about that?
Yeah, and it's difficult, and it's a very good point, because a lot of criminal hackers and a lot of teenage hackers these days, like we were just talking about Jared Tidy and his book Control Alt Chaos, and his book profiles the teenage hacker. And those types, they're driven by curiosity and a little bit of mischief and whatnot, but they don't see the impact and the harm they're causing because you're so disconnected from it. If you go and mug someone, you see the look on their face and you feel their pain. If you're deploying ransomware and you cost people their lives and their livelihoods, but you don't see it, you don't feel that pain. So it's a lot harder to appreciate the harm that you're causing.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you.